Hello, I'm Ginger Conlon, Editor-in-Chief of One-to-One Media. Welcome to Challenge Busters, One-to-One's ongoing series where we tackle today's top business challenges. Join us and get into the minds of key industry experts.
We're here today with Doug Rozen, Global Vice President of Interactive and Mobile Marketing at Carlson Marketing, as part of a series on how to address some of the biggest challenges facing businesses today. Doug, let's talk about mobile marketing. It's a rapidly growing platform and lots of companies are trying to figure out their strategies. What's the biggest challenge companies are facing now when it comes to mobile marketing?
I think that's a great question. It's something that we've been spending the last year and a half really trying to understand. And what we feel is that it's really about hype and it's about hope. That the greatest challenge that companies are having is, are we at a time when there's a lot of hype and I should wait a year or two, or is there a lot of hope and I should get learnings right now because it's going to pick up as quickly as like search did? And when you look at the hype and the hope, what's interesting as we've broken it down is really four things drive both the hype and the hope. So consumers, handsets, the carriers, and the products and services. When you look at the consumers, yes, we have fairly good saturation of mobile phones within the United States, but most people don't use the phone other than it just being a phone. They don't know that you could do mobile internet on it. They have done seldom text messaging, very basic things beyond phone. When you look at the handset, it's great that all these new advancements are coming up, from the iPhone to LG Voyager to a Nokia N95, but the challenge again is customers and consumers don't treat phones like electronics. And there's not that replacement, and they've got the Razor that they've had for the last couple of years because, hey, it's a good phone. So what we need to do is balance the hype and the hope in order to understand how to capitalize best for each client.
So what can companies do to overcome that challenge?
Well, I think companies can best succeed in mobile by realizing how to drive customer relationships through the device. The thing about mobile is it's the only channel that people carry with them 24/7. And what that affords clients is the opportunity to first and foremost use it for transactional means, use it for alerts, use it for push-based messages that then ultimately drive pull-based messages. What we're trying to avoid is what I call the cute things, ringtones and downloading wallpapers, and really focusing on how do you mobilize a company. The one thing, as we talk to a lot of clients on, is how do we learn from the past? And I actually use a quote from 1906 that is, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. And we've learned a lot from the internet in the early days of the internet, and we're at the same juncture right now. So what we work with clients on is understanding how to use it in a basic sense, how to use it in a utility sense, how to make sure that whatever you do, customers are opted in to receive it, and last but not least, how do you use it to grow your overall relationship with a customer?
Can you provide an example of a company you've seen actually be able to do that?
Yeah, well, we've got a broad range of examples. The first is in the airline space, where everything from flight delays, seat upgrades, reaching or about to reach new plateaus in a frequent flyer program. We're using it in the automotive industry, where let's say somebody was at a ride and drive, and instead of us handing out marketing materials, they can text their email address to our short code, and we'll just email them a PDF of that marketing material. Or, you know, if there are certain configurators and web services that an automotive manufacturer has instituted across all their divisions, how do we take that and drive it through the mobile channel? We're also seeing it done in meetings and events, which is a large component of Carlson's business, where we're making the events more interactive, more engaging, where people can do surveys and votes and polls and really make the audience part of the agenda.
Great. So do you have one key takeaway for our viewers when it comes to mobile marketing?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is what I said before: remember the past. Remember how long it's taken you to get a proper interactive marketing strategy. Remember the mistakes you made, because everyone has. And those who said, no, I didn't, I couldn't believe. So how do you learn from those so that you don't repeat the past? What my goal in working with clients on is shortening the upstart, shortening the ramp up that gets mobile marketing to be consistently part of their programs.
All right, well, Doug, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.